Today we're going to talk about building your next home. My name is Megan Kuhn with Powerhouse Real Estate, and here in Utah, I alone have built 3 of my own homes, and I've helped many clients along the process of building their next home. And so I want to answer some of the biggest questions that I get around this topic. Building can be an overwhelming thing. There's a lot that goes into it, but it can also be so fun to pick every little piece of your home and make it perfectly fit your family. So let's talk about the first step to building. The very first thing we want to do is find out the location that you're looking for. Builders specialize in specific locations, and so that's really going to determine which builders we're able to work with and which builders might have land available in the areas that you're looking for. It's really tough to find vacant land. It's not impossible. We've definitely done it. But the best way to go is to ask a builder if they have lots available in the areas that you're looking. A lot of times these builders are snagging land from the developers before they hit the market, so they usually have some of the best lots available. So we want to go to them first and see if they have any lots that you might like and floor plans, what floor plans they have and the options that they include. Now, builders get good and bad reputations, so that's something that a real estate agent can help you with to understand what builders offer what and what builders are going to be good to work with and maybe what builders are not. So that's something that we can work together on. And as your real estate agent, we're guiding you through this whole process. This is one thing that's a very common misconception is should you use a real estate agent if you're building a home? And the answer is yes. We have become your concierge. We're helping you make sure that you're picking a great builder, that they're giving you all the options that you deserve, and that they're treating you fairly, and that the process gets started and wrapped up in a good amount of time, and they're following the contract. If you go directly to a builder, they're going to put you with one of their agents, and that agent represents them. So at the end of the day, you're being taken care of by their agent, which in some cases might work out great, but in some cases also you might feel that you're not being heard through all of the process and that you aren't getting exactly what you're wanting throughout the process. Once we've determined where you want to live, then we need to talk about price range. Your price range is going to determine which builders you're able to go with, as well as what selections with those builders you're able to choose from. Now, every builder is going to be a little bit different in what they include, and there's different types of builders. There's your box builders. These builders are going to have floor plans listed. You get to select from their floor plans and make minor changes to those floor plans, as well as pick from their selection of tile and paint colors and things that they're able to do. Now, then you have custom builders. Custom builders have unlimited amounts of selections. You get to choose your floor plan from design. You get to completely draw exactly how you want it. And then you get to choose all of your selections from anywhere you want. They don't have a book that you have to choose from. You get to be very specific and choose different things for every room and all of those types of things. So it really depends on what you're wanting and what your price range is and how we want to move forward and which builders we want to set meetings with. Once we set meetings with these builders, they can give us a good idea on pricing and what the floor plan you're looking for is going to be priced at. If you are looking to go more custom, it's a good idea to have a floor plan that you like, that maybe we want to modify, or at least something we want to base our pricing off of that will be close to what you're looking for. Because before you pay for floor plans can cost up to $10,000 just to get your floor plans drawn up. So before we get to that stage, it's a good idea to get an overall price bid so that you really understand the price that you're looking at for the home before we get too far into it and you're out money. As we're meeting with these builders, the questions that we want to be asking them are, of course, pricing, as well as what selections they include. If we are meeting with more box builders, you're able to look at their floor plans online usually, so they can give you very specific pricing based on their floor plans because they do those floor plans all the time. Now, when we come to selections, we want to ask them what's included. Some builders are going to give you a bid, and that bid may include laminate countertops. Whereas another builder's bid is going to be higher, but they include quartz or granite up front, and you know you're going to want quartz or granite countertops. So at the end of the day, you're going to be upgrading those things, and their bids might actually be the same once we get all those upgrades. So not only are we going to examine the pricing and compare them to each other, but we're also going to compare what that pricing includes based on each builder. Once you've met with a builder and you've decided who you want to build with and which floor plan you want to go with, then the builder really takes the process from there. We follow their lead and they'll give us their design recommendations and when we meet with them. Some builders require that you have everything selected before they even dig a hole, whereas some builders are going to let you pick things along the way. Custom is usually one where you just kind of pick things as you go. You meet with their subcontractors as we get there, like their finish guys and their paint guys, and you select those as you go, whereas the box builders are going to ask you to have all of that selected before they even dig the hole. And if you make changes throughout the process, then they actually charge you a fee usually. So we want to make sure you really know what you want and have those things selected ahead of time. Now we're going to talk about financing a build. This is one of the biggest questions. I know it gets really hard to understand how you're going to finance a new build. Now, there's two different scenarios. Scenario one is that the builder is going to finance the home for you. This happens pretty often. When the market got really, really crazy in 2020, it was happening less often, but more builders are able to do it at this point, which is a huge benefit to you. In a lot of cases, this allows you to stay in your current home if you own it. While the builder goes ahead and builds, they're financing the whole thing, so you don't have to worry about taking a loan out until the home is completed. So we just have to make sure that your current home is sold before the home is completed, which gives you an opportunity to not only stay in your home and not have to find a temporary place to live, but also continue to gain equity in the home that you're living in while your home is being built so that you can sell it for top dollar. Now, if that's the route that you're going, if the builder is going to finance the loan or finance the build, and then you're going to get the loan at the end, you still have to get qualified at the time that they dig the hole so that they know that you qualify for the home. We also want to make sure that we're running good numbers on your home so that we understand what your home is going to sell for, worst case and best case scenario, so that you're prepared for that as well. You know how much money you're going to be getting from your current home that you're able to then put down on the build once we're to that point. The next option with financing is you financing the build. Some builders require this. They don't have the option or they're over financed on other builds that they have going. And so they will require you to then finance the build. This looks like you taking out a home construction loan and it will just be in your name. Now, no payments will be due until it turns into a regular mortgage. So you don't have to be making payments throughout the process, but in most cases, this will require you to sell a current home before you start building, because in a lot of cases, you won't qualify for both of those loans at the same time, because you do have to qualify where you're not making payments, you still have to qualify for both in order for the loan to be in your name. And so as we go through that process, we just have to weigh the options, see what your situation is, and decide what works best for you. One benefit to you financing it is that they will do what's called a one-time close, which means that you're locked in your interest rate at the time that you take out the home construction loan. And so as you go and make that into a permanent mortgage, we're not worried about the interest rates going up throughout the process. They actually will let you float down if the rate comes down, but you're also locked in if the rate goes up. You're able to keep the rate that you originally locked out at the time that the hole was dug. So you have a little bit more control over what that payment's going to be, especially in times where interest rates are a little bit up and down and they're not secure. Overall, from start to finish, building a home usually takes about a year. It just depends on the builder and the home that you're building, but in most cases, between getting your plans approved, getting the city permits, all of those things, you're going to take about a year from the time that you start the process. So just a heads up on that. I know it's a little bit of a process and it takes a while, but it's always worth it when you get that perfect home that's made for exactly what you want. You might have heard of somebody that's built a home and the problems that come with building a home. Contractors aren't perfect and things always happen. In my experience building 3 homes myself, we've had problems in every single home, unfortunately. However, most builders are great to work with and they're really quick to fix the problems that come up. And that's where your real estate agent will really come in. We're able to step in and fight for you and for what you deserve in the home and make sure that you're getting exactly what you signed up for at the end of the day. So that's really important as we go through the process. It's always going to happen, so just be prepared for those things to come up, whether it's they put the wrong thing in, something that you didn't pick, the wrong flooring, or they cut a wall wrong or something like that. We just want to make sure we're keeping up on the progress so that we know exactly what's going in and we can see the problems as soon as they happen, as well as we're quick to get those resolved and work with the builder to do so. I'm Megan Kuhn with Powerhouse Real Estate. If you have any questions about building your next home, I would love to set up a consultation so that we can talk you through the process and help you understand your options. Like I said, I've built 3 of my own homes and I've helped many people through the process. And so I'm happy to help you, and I know what I'm talking about when it comes to building a home. So I'd love for you to reach out to me if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon.